Welcome to the great temple of the Master Sword, where we shall once again be blessed into child form. Hello, and welcome back.
Yeah, that'll do. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, I find it interesting. It's like, it's almost, I don't know if you've seen the original, not say original, like the really old King Arthur cartoon movie.
Oh, it rings a bell, but I can't recall.
Anyway, in that, like, he's a child when he first pulls Excalibur from the stone, and no one believes that. It's like, oh, how did a child pull it from the stone?
Oh,
yeah,
like, I remember this. Yeah.
And then it ends up losing it in the lake or something, and then later on, like, the lady from the lake brings it out for him.
To him,
so that he can use it again when he's an adult. But it just makes me think of that, like when he pulls it out of the stone, he's like, pulls it out of the stone, it's like, yes, I am the one true king. He puts it back in, I'm a child again.
Yeah. Back to reality.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, it was just all in his imagination. Oh, Christ, it's nighttime. All right. Guess I got to play the song on time. But just giving everyone a bit of an explanation for why we are Child Link, we need to go down into that well in Kakariko village in order to get into the next temple. We need to get ourselves an item to get into the Shadow Temple. And you have to do it as a child. So we're going back to being a child. Yep. We're going to head to Kakariko village.
Because as we all know, if you want some work to be done in small type places, you must hire children.
Yeah, exactly. Chimneys need sweeping.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself a young... a young British child.
I always found it interesting. It's like they put like the small chimney sweeps down there, but it's like you literally have this giant ass long chimney broom.
I know. Don't they just stand on the fucking roof?
Yeah. Why are you putting the child down there in case you missed a spot? Like, what's? All I can imagine is like the broom just gets stuck. You're like, well, something's blocking it. Go down there, child. Hit it with a hammer.
Well, yeah. Obviously,
what?
There must be some reason. Because, like, as you said, otherwise it comes across really malicious in a way. Because it's like, you got this big broom, and it's like, oh, yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to be down that chimney. I'll get lung cancer or something. But, oh, there's an extra stiff bit here. Down you go, Timmy. Don't worry, you don't have any parents or anyone to look out for you and no accompanying laws to protect you. Get down there now and get your 6 pence.
I've got to admit, I don't know much about chimneys and how they work. I'm no chimneyologist, but I did ask my nan or my grandmother, depending on what country you guys are from, about when she was younger, because they didn't have like heating like we do now. Didn't have heaters and electric heaters and stuff like that. They had three fireplaces, but one was pretty much the only one they used. And I was just like, do you hire a chimney sweep? Like, how did you do that? She's like, no, her dad would just like get either like a pole or like a broom type thing and just like shove it up the chimney and bash, and you just have all the ash and that just like fall down.
Yeah. And
so I just wondered to myself, like, were they made differently back in the day that they needed the chimney sweeps?
I'm going to assume industrial chimneys, because you're talking like early 1900s and stuff, 1800s, so like industrial sized.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Like the bigger chimneys and stuff like that. Because it just seemed weird that when I was talking to them, it's like, no, we had the chimneys when she was growing up as a kid, and just bashed them, and that was it.
Well, fireplaces in a home, like a wood fireplace, with the accompanying chimney, still isn't necessarily a rare sight. They're just not as common. Oh yeah,
I've grown up with them.
You'll find it. Yeah, exactly the same. You'll find them in older buildings. That a lot of houses as well. They all have mantles in the room, and they've closed over the fireplaces. Mm-hmm. But there's a mantle there because it's built in, and you can't just knock out the mantle. It's like there's a lot more work to it than that.
The place I'm actually at now has an old fireplace mantle. It's been blocked off, so you can't actually light a fire.
Yeah,
in there.
You can't use
it.
But
there is that, and like I've got a friend who has an apartment that has two mantles there that have been blocked off and stuff. So yeah, they're definitely buildings that still got them. And like I had I've lived in like newer houses with fireplaces that people still put in. They're just not like built in as mantles. They're separate with the tube going through the roof. Santa ain't coming down those ones. Let's just face it, they're a lot smaller in that, but they still put out the warmth. I actually remember that when I was a kid, looking at those small. Well, the two questions was like, my nan had an old chimney mantle at her place that she turned into an electric heater, and then my pop had one. My grandfather had one that was, it wasn't a mantle. It was just a fireplace, like in the middle of the room. And I just remember as a kid going, "Wait, how does Santa get down those chimneys?" It's like magic.
Something about this jolly red fellow isn't adding up.
Actually, have you seen the Santa Claus with Tim Allen? I'm sure you've seen.
Oh, cocaine dealer Allen.
Santa
Claus.
That?
Yeah, I remember Santa Claus.
I really liked how they did the explanation for that. Is that he'd go down like the little chimneys or like go to like parts of the roof that was above like electric heaters or whatever, and it would magically transform into a chimney for him to go down.
Oh, see, I can't remember too much about it. All I remember is Santa falls off his roof and that makes him Santa.
Yeah, I know. It's, in the hardest professions, that's how it's done. You have to wait for someone to die before you can take their place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he was one of those lifers, they just, even when they get to retirement age, they just hang on.
Yeah, he just keeps going.
You can't get rid of him. Literally got to wait for him to die. Okay. Well, I don't like this guy.
So we're currently in this cemetery area, right?
So, okay, yeah, I guess, we're completely talking over it. So basically, if people were actually watching, that's right. You go to the windmill, you play the Song of Storms that you learn in the future from the guy that is angry that you as a child played it and ruined the windmill. And reason being
paradox.
is, yeah, exactly. Like, was that grandfather paradox?
Yeah.
But basically, the well is full of water when you're young, and it's sealed when you're older. So you get the windmill spinning, it empties out the water, and then you're able to go down here. And I don't know, I guess this is just an underneath everything place. I don't know if it's a, what was that? That's bad.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it linked back to the graveyard that we've been to or not.
Well, I guess all of it's sort of partly linked in some way. It's linked now.
Yeah. I was gonna say it, but you beat me to it.
A terrible but obvious pun. Come on, get the last one. Yeah. Oh no, I got one more actually.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, there's one more across the way.
Oh, okay.
Let's put this away before I lose it. Oh, look at that. Get cleaved. Okay. Now, I don't really remember these. Obviously, through a lot of these, we've talked about the fact that I've played this before a few times, but admittedly, the Shadow Temple and the next temple, Temple of Light, I think it is, I don't remember these as well. I just do not.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, it's a screaming mummy.
Zombie pedo. So you just stun these guys with a bit of dazzling light. And then you can give them a good whipping. Oh, no. Oh, it keeps losing the lock on. Oh, God, he's going to get me. The thing's in the way. There we go. Christ.
Of course, at this point, Link is a child again, so he's not quite smart enough to realize that fire may actually burn things, but
no,
it's like the
it
idea
doesn't
that
really come up.
Yeah, just like you must just use this song to light the area. It's like, can I just use the fire? No.
What are in these? Oh, come on, I can't see. Is there anything in this one?
Probably rupees that we can't use.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I know there's nothing to spend these rupees on.
I was going to ask, like, is there anything we can spend it on, or is it like a way to like upgrade our pouch or something?
There it is.
Key. That's good.
I'll be honest, in this game, I've never found too much use for rupees. I understand you can use them for potions and things like that, and that's where people will use them, but I don't see much of a benefit to potions. I've used one in this playthrough. I think a lot of the time you can get through this game without ever having to use a potion,
Yeah, and to be fair, like, we I think we've usually much preferred to like put a fairy in a bottle.
Exactly, because they're abundant. You can go into the Lost Woods and you can drop into the same fairy well, and there will always be like 5 fairies in there waiting for you. Bottles are quite easy to get. I mean, I haven't even bothered to get the final bottle, and I haven't even. How many fairies have I used? Like 1 forest temple, I think. Oh Jesus!
Oh, okay.
So the theme in this little mini dungeon is that you can't see these certain walls that you're able to walk through, and as we just saw, there's some
or fall through
some floors that you can fall through, and ultimately you're trying to get your hands on an item that will make that possible. But yeah, oh shit, these fucking things. God, they're like they're like when you see a homeless person and they lock eyes with you and they start to get up. It's like, Jesus.
No.
Mate, cashless society. I don't carry anything.
I know this is the thing. It's like I'm like, how profitable is it really to be a homeless person nowadays? I mean,
I know. I'm genuinely wondering at what point someone's gonna be like, "Hey mate, can you Venmo me $5?"
Yeah. Like, just they pull out their iPhone.
Have you got Pay ID with your bank?
Yeah.
Can you send me $5, man? Like, yeah. At what point is it gonna get to that? Like, they're gonna pull out like one of those little NFT readers and be like, "Hey mate, can you tap that for a $2 donation?" You know, like go straight to my PayPal. Can you sign up for my Patreon? Like,
no. What they do is they, I don't know if there's really many places, but you know how there are sometimes like cafes and that actually have public computers, and that not really many.
Oh, not many anymore, but yeah.
But might be some other places. But I just imagine them like going that's what they go there, set up accounts, and otherwise they just have like their account details on a piece of paper. Like, yeah, man, this is the account. You just need to send it to.
Yeah, just send it to the.
I will collect it later.
Because as we do go more cashless, like the homeless are screwed, aren't they? Like, to be fair to them, they are pretty screwed. No one's gonna have cash to give. I never have cash on me, you know.
No.
Why would you carry cash? I understand I'm gonna fall, aren't I? I understand in some places, cash is still widely used, or at least more used, but Australia is pretty cashless already.
I mean, I like the amount. Like, for instance, I will get some cash out from time to time for something. And then so I'll have like a few notes in there, and they'll just sit in my wallet for ages because it's like I have nowhere to really use them. Like, because I don't want like a bunch of change in my wallet and that. And so unless there's something that is that I can actually pass the note and like use up the majority of the money, I'm just gonna tap it. Use the
that's
card.
it. Because it's I'm gonna guess there's something to go through here.
Looks like a crack, maybe. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. Basically, the only time you get cash out is if you're buying something off like a trading site. You know what I mean? Like Facebook Marketplace or something like that. There's going to be a hole in the floor. There we go.
Yeah.
They're about the only places. Oh, did I miss something? I swear there was more to get there. They're about the only places you're going to use it. Outside of that, nah, it's not going to happen. So that's it. You get out a little bit of money for that, maybe. There's not many businesses that will not take it. Even the smallest businesses, it's very easy to get the things needed for it.
I mean, even like when you have like market stalls and that, most of them nowadays have it as well. Like,
they got little NFT readers that don't cost much money, and they connect directly to just a mobile phone, and it'll pay straight to their PayPal. And certain banks provide them as well for small businesses. They cost nothing or barely anything.
I've literally seen
transactions.
like in Australia, there's the Commonwealth Bank, and the Commonwealth Bank has a specific like iPad that they can give small businesses. Is now like a register. Like you do the transaction for cards and that. For you.
Yeah, a lot of them will have that. You'll go to small businesses that used to. Oh Jesus! There were small businesses that would just generally what we would call them a quarter shop. We don't. Some places you will have more like convenience stores, but they're usually they're usually bigger companies like 7-Eleven and stuff. But otherwise, like what we call a corner shop, small business. And they were sort of the holdouts on cash, or when you wanted to use card, they'd be like, it's going to cost you an extra $2. Now they all have these little, these little tablets. Oh, there we go. So anyway, the homeless are screwed. More so than they already are.
Yeah.
I mean, how are they going to get their drugs if they don't have cash? Be pretty easy for the cops, you know, be like, every like week you pay this one dude $500 gift, like, despite being homeless. Can you explain that?
Yeah. Though I will admit that, like, as much as as you don't want to judge people unless proven guilty, obviously, it does seem very suspicious when you meet people that like have lots of cash on them, and you're just like, mate, why you got a lot of cash on you? What have you been doing? Like, that's so suspicious.
I know. I remember once, we have mentioned it before, but you know, Aaron and I used to work together. We worked in a retail store. And I remember once this fella coming up and he wanted to buy something. And he's like, oh yeah, do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm helping him out. And, you know, he's sort of burly. Like, I'll be honest, I assumed he was like a biker or something. But he wasn't wearing a cut, but they don't always wear the cuts. But anyway, he's like, I tell him how much it is. And he pulls out in a money clip, which is like rare enough to see anyway. He pulls out this wad of $50 notes that must have been around about $2,000. And he pulls out and goes, oh, no. And he puts it in his pocket and pulls out an even bigger wad of $100 notes that must have been like $5,000 easily, $7,000 in this thing. It was like the money clip was earning its keep. You know what I mean? Like, to hold in this dude's dollars. And I was just there and I'm like, drugs.
Yeah, I know. It's
just
that's what you think.
Motorcycle
that's what your mind
gang,
goes to. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, my grandfather, he used to pretty much solely carry cash around. Like, even when he had a card, he mainly carried cash around.
It was
because he was an older generation and that. But nowadays, unless they're like unless they're of an older generation, where I can sometimes be like, oh, maybe they do just still prefer just carrying cash around. It just seems really suspicious. Like, when you got like these young blokes bringing out like, you know, these people like in their 20s and 30s bringing out like wads of cash, like, you know, hundreds of dollars. I'm just like, what have you done? I mean, I guess there could be like they could have done a cashier for if they're like a tradie or something like that. You know, they're a builder or something like that. A cash in hand job. But still, it's just like, it just seems so suspicious.
That can happen. It sort of depends on the person. If they're wearing like a lot of brands, some people just take out basically all the money they have and they keep it in cash to make it look like, well, this is what I carry in cash, so surely I have a lot of money in the bank. And it's like, no, that's like all your money, including your rent, you know, like, and you carry it around for clout. Like, that does exist. They're not actually rich. They just carry all their money in cash to appear rich, because who carries that much cash? But no, this bloke, like, that's too much money. I'll be honest, there's plenty of places where if you pulled out money like that, you are going to get stabbed for your money clips. You are, like, let's just face it, there's bad people around. If they find out you're carrying that much cash, they will try and take it from you. But that's why I assumed, also from his appearance, which might be a bit wrong, he's probably a bikie. He's probably an outlaw bikie because, you know, if you carry that much and someone's like, oh, you got the cash, give it to me, mate, I got a knife. And they're just like, oh, well, you know, I'm fucking chapter president of this. Do you really want to do that? They're going to say, no, I do not want to do that.
Yeah.
And they're going to leave it the fuck be. They are not going to mess with you. They are not going to touch you. You know, like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, I feel like you how many times
that was a different hole. That was a different hole. It's a different hole, damn it. Maybe I'm not meant to be there yet. Maybe I need the thing. Don't stop me, I'm busy. Oh, fuck off, I'm on a ladder. Yeah, take down, snap your fucking log off, mate. Leave me alone.
I'm on a ladder, you can do nothing to me. I have the high ground.
You don't carry that much money unless you know you can make people not rob you.
I actually much prefer, like, nowadays that it is a lot more cashless, because, like, if someone comes up and goes, like, give me all your money, I'm like, mate, I've got, like, $2.50 for you if you want.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, I'd literally say I literally have no cash. I don't carry any cash.
Like, cash, I'm saying.
Like,
it's like, give me your phone. It depends. What model phone do you have? It's like, well, I have this. Like, your phone's already better than mine, mate. So I'd probably just keep your own. Like,
yeah, exactly. Plus, I can track it. So, do you really want to?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to like reset it. It's just a hassle.
I'm gonna go around once more.
Oh, there's actually I'll try and find it for you later. but there's actually a YouTuber, a Canadian YouTuber that I watch sometimes, and he actually does a little skit that's literally that, someone trying to rob him, and it's like, he's like, man, I carry card, I don't carry cash, and then he's like, I'll give you a phone. It's like, really? But they can just track the phone.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's it, you know, it's like, do you really want to do that? Oh, I found another key. That was lucky. I didn't even mean to walk in that.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I like that you found the key, because that is obviously going to be useful, having found like a secret room with a bunch of skulls around it, I feel like I was like, oh, something exciting. It's like, oh, it's just a key.
All right, maybe I got to go through here. Maybe this is like the hassle you have to do. Okay, so there was a thing right in front of me, and then there was a thing to the right just before the door. So maybe this is going to be my last attempt. Okay. Right, let's kill the birds, or the flaming things.
Bats? Yeah, I don't know.
Bats, that's right. They're not birds.
I mean, let's face it, they've probably actually got an actual name in the lore of the Zelda world, but I don't know them.
Yes, they would. They would have a name. Okay.
You know what I think
this
would
way.
be cool is if like we could actually throw things and they'd go through the floor.
Fuck off!
Like that, but like if we'd had thrown something there first. Because I know some other games like have that
Actually,
sort of feature.
maybe that would work. That could possibly work. Oh, that is so annoying. Oh, so annoying. Fuck. All right. Now I'm gonna head up there and try it one more time. I mean, maybe I'm doing this out of order, but I feel like that's where it's gonna be.
Like we don't. There's no like that. You know that thing right in front of us that's on the wall there. We don't have to like hit that with anything, right?
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Alright.
I decided
Your
to press
room?
up against
Your room?
that wall.
Oh, we have a key too. We also have a key, so that.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, come on!
All right, screw it. That's the episode. Fuck this episode. Fuck you, zombie thing. Fucking come back up. Fucking. Thank you. Like, subscribe. See you next time.
Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye. It's been To Be Continued, everyone.
Yeah.
See you later.